People don't actually know what money is, so I'm going to tell you what money isn't. Money is not money. Anytime you hear money in the media or someone tells you they've got this bit of money or that bit of money, you need to switch that word with debt, because we're playing a negative sum game. This is part of the banking witchery that is being perpetuated through time immemorial. So how is this illusion perpetuated? First of all, it has to be created. Money is created by an autograph. The autograph is gained by companies that are doing business in the United Kingdom Incorporated. Whenever you accept an offer, i.e. credit card, a loan, television, or any sort of electric or anything to do with an advertisement from these companies, you go into a contractual obligation with them. The contractual obligation is not a real contractual obligation, because you should know what a real contract consists of. Now, the first piece of paper they issue to you, because they're the makers, they issue to you a piece of paper, and this is called an accommodation note. An accommodation note needs an accommodating party. You are the accommodating party. The reason why you're an accommodating party is because you will be lending this corporation your name. The reason you lend a corporation your name is because without customers, there will be no custom. Without A, there will be no B. These corporations are fictitious entities. They're corpuses, they're dead. And these corporations need the full faith and credit of the people to back their debts that they owe to foreign corporations, and also to support their scrupulous undertakings. For example, you accept an offer from Company A. Company A gives to you, in exchange for your name, credit that is put into your bank account. The credit is not money, because the legal definition of credit is faith or money of no value. Now, even though you've agreed to back this company with your full faith and credit, just you alone is not enough. So what the bank needs to do is get or send advertisements or offers to 20,000 other people. When the 20,000 other people agree to give their full faith and credit to back the company's debt, the company bundles all the forms together. This is what they call securitization. Securitization is when a bank or a company puts all their inventory together or all their stock in their company books as records of the future profits guaranteed by the people, i.e. customers. These companies can now sell their debt via way of future speculation via the international stock exchange. Why on the international stock exchange? Because every piece of property on this earth is represented by documentation, and this documentation needs to be traded on the market. Property is always traded in a market. In this instance, is on an international market. So when next you read the newspaper or watch the television and you hear one country is in debt to another, now you know why and how. The emerging markets, or countries that are referred to as third world countries, are selling their people to pay the debt to other nations that have put them in debt. This is how international commerce operates under the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But now you know there is no such thing as debt, only the illusion of debt. This is the banking witchery. So how does this affect you on a local level? Well, imagine when you're stopped by the police and they give you a ticket or a citation. Well, this ticket is the issuance of the new money. The police department is nothing more than a corporation operating in your borough or in your state. They need to get as much inventory together so that they can do business in that state and in that county. If they don't get money in monthly and weekly and yearly, they will not be able to carry on with their business. For you to understand this easier, think of it this way. Years ago, people used to go to the bank with a business plan, and with the information stipulated in the business plan, the document, the bank would be able to advance the individual money for whatever enterprise they wanted to get into. This was the same as the Prince's Trust. Or think of it in this way. When children go to school, the amount of pupils in the school are allocated a certain amount of money from the government. So, if a school has lots of attendance, the school gets money by capita or by head of students. This is why the majority of schools are no longer based on academical brilliance, but attendance. So remember, you are the asset backing these companies' debt. Anytime you sign on the dotted line, you are becoming an accommodation party. Next time you want to do this, you should ask the company what they'll be given in return for your name. Man's labor is meant to preserve us as a people. Everyone's input is of value. This value represents us as a functioning society. The idea that man's value can be represented by a thing that he created and afterwards the thing is held at a greater value than man is total madness. Money is the thing that represents the energy of man. For it to be held more valuable than man is irrational. Do your own research. Know what needs to be known and separate facts and fiction. Stop getting into trouble by contracting with these corporations that don't have your best interests at heart. And remember, there is no such thing as money. Everything is man's interpretation of something there isn't. This is all part and parcel of the banking witchery and the voodoo of money. The monetization of your negative energy is what perpetuates this illusion.